Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. This year should be a special schus from Moshe ben Peshatina, the bracha v'hatzlacha b'chol maaseh yadav, and Rabbi Yaakov Dov ben David HaKohen, the bracha v'hatzlacha b'chol maaseh yadav. It says in the Gemara in Maseches Brachos Daf Nun, Tan Rabbanan mamshichin yain b'tzinaros lefnei chasen v'kala. You pour wine into pipes in front of the chasen and the kala. V'zarkim lefneim klayos ve'gozim b'mos hachama. And you throw before them different types of nuts during the summer months, avalo b'mos hagishamim, and not during the winter months. Rashi says that your mamshich yain v'tzinoros, you draw the wine in these pipes, mishum siman tov, it's a good sign. Vein kam mishum bizayin v'hefsed, and there's no problem of destroying, of losing this, wasting this wine. Because then the other side, when it comes out of the pipe, they catch it in a vessel, and therefore the wine doesn't go to waste. And that they throw these nuts is only b'mos hachama in the summer when there's no mud. Shein tit b'drachim, Rashi says. Avalo gluskos, but not loaves of bread. Loaves of bread you don't throw even in the summer. In the winter. In the summer, you're allowed to throw klois ve'gozim, but not in the winter, because in the winter they get ruined. And gluskos, you don't even throw in the summer. Loaves of bread. Rashi explains, shaharei af b'mos hachama hein nimasim b'zrikasim, because even in the summer, they are become disgusting when they're thrown. So gluskos is lo b'mos hacham, lo sagishamim, whereas klois ve'gozim is in the summer, yes, and in the winter, not. Ad kan midivrei hagemara kedosha, and now we're going to see, Moran Arab says, in Osem Em Gimel in the Einaya, Brachas Chelik Beis, on page 72. Noam HaSimcha, Sheraui, Sheyivakesh, Kol Ish Limtso B'chayav, Raui Shetiyeh Mugbelet, Ki Ba'avor HaSimcha Et Gvula, Tavi Lidei Matzav Holelut, Shesofa Tuga. The pleasantness of happiness, that it is fitting that every person should find in his or her life, it is fitting that it should be limited. We cannot let our joy, our happiness, exceed all boundaries. Not good to do that. We must have borders, boundaries, to make sure that the happiness doesn't get out of hand. Because happiness that gets out of hand brings at the end to tuga. What's tuga? Tuga is sadness. It brings to bad things. So you can't have unbridled simcha. That's why Jews aren't big drinkers. A person drinks, he gets drunk, he gets out of hand. We don't like that. No drinking. You have a little l'chaim. That's why our l'chaim cups are this big, right? Very small. And they only fill them up here and fill them to the top, fill them up halfway, right? Just so you have a little bit of a taste, gets on your tongue, whoop. You get that zip up to your brain that you had something sharp, and then you go on with your day. But none of this getting drunk. There was a famous Jewish comedian who used to say the difference between Jews and Gentiles. When Gentiles get together, they drink. When Jews get together, they eat. Always eating, no drinking. That's the difference. Okay. Something to that. Not that all goyim are big drinkers, that all Jews are big eaters, but the fact that Jews like to eat more than we're drinkers is definitely true. When we drink, it's usually this, bottles on the table of soda or whatever else. It's a good for you soda, but it's another share maybe. In any event, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about being happy, but not in a not overdoing it. What's the hadracha to get here? Shehi or chayei ha'adam sheto'ilehu liknot hamidot hatavot v'ashalamat ha'chokhma v'yirat Hashem teora hi bama she'im asa adam advarim hamotri'im. To bring to this middle ground simcha, which is the light of the life of man, that will enable him to acquire good midos, and to complete his chachma and his pure yiras shamayim, is when a person despises externals. Things that are motri'im, motar, beyond the normal amounts. Things that are too much. A person shouldn't say, I don't want things, it's too much. You know, sometimes a guy gets rich and he goes out and he buys himself 5 cars. Nobody needs 5 cars. 1 car, if your wife drives, you're both using the cars at different times. 2 cars, if you have a lot of money, you have a son, he's in shidduchim, maybe 3 cars, but you don't need 5. You don't like the dvrim hamoturim. Okay. Mamshichim yayin hamore ala simcha. Yayin represents simcha. So at a chasana, they draw the wine, they pour the wine in tzinorot. Mazit tzinorot? Shehem mugbalim. They are limited. You said? Limited. When you're going in pipes, the pipes, they can only get as much as room the pipes have. How much room is there in pipes, right? Not so much. There's just that narrow pathway in the pipe. So you're showing, yeah, we want to be happy. But with limits. It's only in the pipe, not beyond the pipe. In Kabbalah, we know that Sinoros are how HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings us the Shefa in this world, but it's through Sinoros, it's through pipes, because it's limited. Anything a person has in this world is limited. Any simcha you have, any bracha you have, it's never limitless. A woman gives birth to a child. That's beautiful. How many children do you just have? 1. Only 1/7 billionth of the amount of people in this world. A lot more people. A lot more bracha in this world. Limit. Got a good job? Hashem. You're making $750,000 a year, not including bonuses. Hashem. Now, if you can have a good few decent meals, you're not going to have to skip too many courses if you make that type of money every year. It's Hashem. Give you a bracha, you should. At least. Much more, but at least. But that's not all the money in the world. People are a lot richer than that. A lot more to go around. So that's the tzinor that gives you the pipe. V'zolkim lefneim klayot ve'egozim. And they throw before them these nuts. What does that symbolize? Zrikat ochlim Torah al hei'ader Torah al hei'ader chashivutam. When you throw food, it shows that they're not important. על כן רואי שהכליות והאגוזים שמינם מצורכי האדם המוכרחים שיהיו בלתי נחשבים בעיני האדם הרוצה לקנות בחייו השמחה המוגבלת השלמה. Throwing food shows they lack importance, and therefore it's fitting that they throw klayos and egozim, which are not mitzarchei adam. You can live without eating nuts. And these are unimportant in the eyes of a person who wants to be kona simcha. The complete simcha mugbelas. In other words, you have the wine. Wine shows that you want to be besimcha. And then you throw the food, which shows you this isn't so important to me. This is not what I need in order to be besimcha in life. This is not davar hechrechi for my simcha. This is not necessary for me. And therefore, that's what you're trying to show. You're trying to show things that aren't necessary, I don't need. And that's how I'm going to be happy in a limited way. It's not that I want to have everything. I want to have the whole world. You know, you walk into Toys R Us. At least I do. You want to buy all the toys. It's great, but you can't. This is when I was a kid. They used to have a commercial. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. You love all the toys. You can't have all the toys. Your mommy says. I would go into Toys R Us now with my mommy or with my children's mommy, and I'd be like, I want to buy all the toys. Like, Allie, so my mother says to me, Allie, you're not allowed to have all the toys. You can have one toy. And then I'm going to, what am I going to get? I'm going to get a mutant ninja turtle. Am I going to get who knows? Who knows what I'm going to get? We can't have all the toys. And that's the Simcha Shlema. That you have what you need, but you don't try to get everything. What you don't need, you don't need. The clothes that goes in you throw. The wine you drew, it shows you want to have Simcha in a limited way. And the clothes that goes in, not necessarily, that's motarot. That's extras. Don't need that. אמנם, בריחת הוקרת המותרות לא תביא להפחית את ערך החיים בכללו. The fact that you're running away from appreciating these external, superfluous, unnecessary things in your life, that you say, I don't need certain things, I don't need luxuries, extra luxuries, that should not lessen the value of life in general. כי הצרכים המוכרחים ראוי שיתפסו מקומם הראוי להם. Things that are necessary also should have their place. What you don't need, you don't need. But what you do need, you do need. על כן גלוסקאות שהם עיקר חיי האדם המוכרחים ראוי להרחיק מהם כל זלזול. We're not, Rashi is the different pshat here we saw, but Rav Kook says another pshat, additional pshat. You know why you don't throw gluskos? You don't throw gluskos, you don't throw loaves of bread. You're not mezalzel bread. Bread's a staple food. You don't want to be mezalzel bread by throwing it. וחשיבותם והוקרתם תביא טובה וכישרון מוסרי לאדם. Appreciating bread makes you a better person. It brings you good. You appreciate that God gives you your basics. וההערות על הדרכת השמחה ותנאיה ראוי האדם להיות מתעורר בהם בהתחלת בניין חייו בחיי המשפחה, שאז יוחז דרכו בצדק, ומישרים לבנות בית לתהילה ותפארת בישראל, וזרעו יהיה דור ישר וצדיק המחכה לדבריו במשפט. אומר הרב, why are you doing it to the chasana? Because now you're starting your life. And this is to give you this musar, this hajrach at the beginning of your life. This is the way to do it. Be b'simcha, wine. Not extra things. Throw the nuts. But take care of your bread. That's necessary things. And that's the hajrach to be b'simcha in life. And this is right when you get married, or whether you have good children, a good life. You know where to live. You know it's important. So you have Baruch Hashem, Pshat in this Gemara, why you're mamshich yayin, why in the tzinayers, why the chosin v'kalas, they start off their life. Why Zorgim Affair goes Virgom? So it's not important you throw the Kleis Fair goes him. And why lo gluskos? Why not the loaves? To appreciate the bread. So Shizochem it's Hashem to internalize these messages and always be b'simcha. And the Asid Lavo state in Pasuk Oz Yimolei Schoik Pinu. Then the simcha is going to be a simcha mushlemes. Ve'abilti mugbelas is going to be milui piv schok, but in this world, noch nicht. We're not there yet. So, shalom, shalom, sweetest, most beloved friends.